Hello everyone. We all remember that iconic moment when we were kids, waking up in the morning and running downstairs, pouring ourselves a big bowl of cereal, topping it all off with an amazing, beautiful, big glass of Cilk. Well, today, we're going to be discussing just that, the Cilk species and all their inner workings. And maybe, if we have time, we'll even Cilk one of our own. Let's start off by catching one in the wild.
What we are seeing now is a Cilk in their natural habitat. Now, when trying to catch a Cilk, they can make a lot of noise. So, when doing so, we want to be very discreet and quiet. They're very docile, so when approaching them, we want to be very careful and gentle, as to not disturb people around us.
Feisty ones. Now that we have our Cilk, we can do a little bit of analysis on its anatomy. Thank you, Sebastian. Now you may have driven past a farm recently and wondered, why are there so many people there? Well, dear viewer, those are not people. Those are known as the Cilk species. Now, all Cilk have a very basic anatomy. They're just like a person, but with a couple modifications. It all starts right here in the liver, where mycilcia is produced and then transported into the lacrosphincter. It is then sent from the lacrosphincter into the interlacro duct. In the interlacro duct, that's where it becomes Cilk and secretes all its beautiful benefits. Then from there, it goes right into the subsuperficial sphincter, into the tritete, ready to be Cilked. If we direct our attention here, we can see the 3 and only 3 use cases of Cilk. If you try to do anything else with it, it might have some unwanted consequences.
Mom, I don't know what happened. Everything just caught on fire.
The first use case is obviously like normal milk. Most milks have at least a couple carbs or a couple fats depending on which kind you get. But Cilk is very different in that aspect. For 1 cup of Cilk, it is exactly 17 grams of protein. Yes, only 17 grams of protein. That's right. Cilk is so good, I even gave it to my dog. Isn't that right, Watts?
It's delightful.
Watts. Since when do you speak? The next thing you can use Cilk for is cottage cheese. Cilk is still able to be curdled, so cottage cheese is still on the table. And the final use case for Cilk is mid-grade. We're not entirely sure how Cilk can be consumed and used as gasoline, but it does, so we don't feel like questioning it. Now, on to the procedure. You're going to want to start by trying to locate the tritete on the right oblique. If you find a left oblique, call the ambulance. They're going to die. Then, carefully disinfect the tritete with some kind of disinfectant or Clorox wipe. Then, locate a plastic or metal fork. I prefer a plastic one, as I'd rather not eat off of something that's touched someone's foot. And then carefully poke the foot to deliver our excretion. Now you know it.
ここであると埋めた石やった。
その通りです。
どうやって勝ちもうと、おちんむすけだ。
Atoko no nohi.
なるほど。
Your hips will be as soft as silky kittyfish.
何?
Gomen watashi no masuda.
Shinu atokatashi no buta de audio junka. Him. Oh yeah.